Thank you. It is always an absolute honor to represent Indiana University in any type of endeavor, and getting a chance to do it on a day like today is always a little bit more than what you bargained for, because you think you have an understanding of what Indiana is all about, especially when you've been a part of it. We've been a part of it now for 7+ years, and I learned a long time ago, the first time I ever met Bill Cook. And we had a visit downtown. Steve Ferguson was there, Bill Cook was there, and we started to talk, and he said, there's two types of people in Indiana. There's the natives and the admirers. And he was absolutely right. And he said, he talked a little bit about that in his history with Indiana. And as time goes on, it's like the 76 team. I don't know what the population of the university was, but I think I've probably run into about 120,000 people that said they were a part of Indiana University at that point, because every day that you're here, you feel more like that native. You feel more like that person that's been a part of it. And it's not just what you do, it's how people make you feel. It's how this entire state can make you feel. And the benefits that Terry and her program and that our program will receive are probably too numerous to mention in the time period here. But what they are fairly obvious. Our players and our recruits of the future and our staffs will have an opportunity to continue to work in as extraordinary of a place as there is. Iconic is a word that's been used a couple times today, and there's no doubt that it's that. You can take any adjective that would describe a place that's full of energy, a place that's full of enthusiasm, a place where you absolutely feel different when you're in it. And that's exactly the way it is here. And Cook Hall has been the exact same way. I'll never forget standing outside when we first came and they were just breaking ground. We recruited Victor Oladipo over the jackhammers and things like that being built when the place was being built, to let him hear some of those things amongst other recruits, to say this is what the future sounds like. And Cook Hall is living proof. Our players are living proof. The fact of what Cody Zeller, Victor Oladipo, Christian Watford, Will Sheehy, Noah Vonleh, all those types of players, the ones that are playing now professionally or have moved on, they're living proof of what can happen when you have something like Cook Hall. Because when you talk about a building that is 24/7, all right, that's the access that they have to it. And that is a game changer, because there's always an opportunity for them to get better. There's contraptions down there that allow them to have a rebounder from a machine to throw the ball back to them. Maybe they have a coach, maybe they have a manager. They don't even need that. There's never a time they can't get better. And when you look at Assembly Hall, it's going to be the exact same way, in the sequence that you already have this building that has been such a national treasure. There's so many different ways to describe it. All right, and the bottom line is there's no place like it. There's absolutely no place like it. It doesn't matter where you've been. It doesn't matter how many different places you've been. There's no place like it because of the way you feel when you're in it. And we get to work in it every day. And it never, ever gets boring. It never becomes mundane. It never, ever is something that we take for granted. And when you go through the halls of it, when you go into the arena, when you walk the corridors, there's nothing like it. And then, as John said, then the people come in. And that's where the feeling goes to another level. It absolutely does. The chance that we will have now to have it enhanced and expanded with the seating, with the suites, with the atrium, with what Ken has done, with allowing what's going to be presented when you walk into it, and how it lures you into this place. All right, that's indescribable. But what's really, really important, and is more important than any ball that's bounced, all right, any game that's played, all right, and any person that walks through it, is the memories that people will have forever. And memories are a big part of this. It was a big part of this when Cindy and Paul came. It was a big part of it sitting in our conference room with Ken. It's a big part of it when the former players come back and maybe they bring their grandchildren or their children. It's a big, big part of it when our recruits come in for the first time. And it's certainly a big part of it in the privilege that we have as coaches working in this building, to sometimes open those doors, to sometimes bring them in here, to allow them to come on that court where they think it's just this special, how are you going to let us do that? And for us, it's so easy because we want to share it. It's memories. And whether it's Cindy talking about her time, whether it's Ken talking about his time, whether it's all of us, the great leaders all right, the great people in this world, we all have memories. It doesn't matter what we do. We all have memories. But the great leaders, they want to share them. And they want to give an opportunity for other people to have them. And that's the thing. That's the legacy. That's the legacy that is going to be such a part of Indiana moving forward. And there's so many different places on this campus that can say the same thing. But when you have a building like Assembly Hall, the Simon Scott Assembly Hall, that is absolutely going to open up so many more avenues for those memories to take shape, so many more people to be able to walk through those doors with their children, with their spouse, with their grandchildren, with their nieces and nephews, with their friends. Whatever it is, those memories are going to continue to move forever. And what's happened to this building allows forever to happen. Now there's no exclamation point. Now there's no period. Now there's no question mark as to what's next. Now it's infinite. And that's exactly what makes it special. And that's why that is one of the many, many great honors that are a part of working here, living here, being a part of something like this. Because until you see it, just like Bill Cook said, there's the natives and there's the admirers. There weren't people that, there's nothing less than an admirer when it comes to, you may not love Indiana basketball, but boy, it's hard not to admire it. And it's certainly hard not to admire what's happened in here so many decades before. And on behalf of Terry and her program and our program, thank you so much for allowing us and our players to continue to build our memories and continue to watch all these countless people that are going to be able to come through these doors, all right, and build those memories their own special way. Thank you.